So shall we start the session now, everyone? Okay, so fine. We are going to start the session now. So today's topic will be again the organization structure, because we have only partly completed yesterday. So 20 steps are there, in organization structure. So now till where we have discussed till company code, creation of the company code. Okay, so everybody should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so let me see, what was the name that I gave yesterday? Yeah, DOR, I think. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, this is the one that we created yesterday. Okay, so this was the company code that we created yesterday. So for our company code, if you see, okay, country is US. That means my company code, my legal entity is in US country. Okay, so because it is US country, I gave the currency as USD. The respective currency we will have to give. Okay, and all my reporting, all my entries have to be done in this language, in English language. So this is what I mentioned here. Okay, fine. So yesterday we have also created the company as well. Company was the very first step we did. Company means a group of companies. In SAP, we just say company. Okay, so it means a group of company. It is also called a holding company or trading partner. So more about this trading partner I will be discussing, okay, in the coming sessions. But you have to remember that under this group of companies, we will be having the legal entities. Okay, under this group only, we will be having the company codes or legal entities. So I think till the second step only we have covered yesterday. Now let us see the third step. Third step is, see, we have created the company and we have created the company code as well. But how does my SAP know that the company code which I have created, belongs to the company, the one which I have created? So this company code, whatever I have created, belongs to this company only. Okay, that I know because I have created. But how does SAP know? We will have to tell SAP. Okay, we will have to tell SAP that so and so company code is under this company. Okay, so now, so the same thing I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to the command field. So you already know that, this field in SAP, wherever you can enter the data is called a field. Now this is specially called a command field. Why? Because we give the commands here. Okay, so now I need to say OX16. Now, see, did I tell you how to see the transaction codes yesterday? So you need to go to SPRO. We have already seen how to go to SPRO. We have already seen how to go to IMG. So from here, okay, what is the respective transaction code? Transaction code means it is, kind of shortcut to get into that particular screen. So either I can go through the navigation. So like this. This is the enterprise structure. From enterprise structure definition. Again, from definition, I'm working in financial accounting module. I will have to go to this define company step. So I have navigated to this particular step. So this is called navigation. So instead of this navigation, I can very much use the transaction code. Okay, so who will remember all this path? Okay, this is called the path or navigation. So in real time, it is not possible to remember. Okay, some hundreds of transactions we will be coming across. Might not be possible. So in that case, we have the transaction codes, which are nothing but shortcut. So how do I know that this is the transaction code or T code? In short, it is T code. For this step, what is the T code? For that, I need to go to additional information from the menu in IMG. Again, additional information, display key, maintenance object. So I clicked here. When I clicked here, something has come on my screen. Now what is this? The last 4 characters form the transaction code for the respective step. So for this step, last 4 characters, OX15. So that is what I wrote here, right? So let us see. Define company, OX15. Defining of the company code, OX02. So let us see. Define company, OX, the last 4 characters. Edit, copy, delete, check company code. This is defining of the company code, OX02. Okay, the same thing, the last 4 characters. So now we are in the third step, which is assignment of company code to company. So this I am putting under this, so that my SAP will know, okay, this company code belongs to so and so group. Okay, so for that, what I need to do? Where is it? For that, I need to close definition. So far we have defined company, we have defined company code for the very first time. So that's the reason why I went to definition. So now I'm done with definition. Now I will have to go to assignment. I'm assigning now. So which module? Obviously, financial accounting now. Assign company code to company. What is the transaction code? OX16. So what is that, I have to do with this OX16 or transaction code? Let me tell you. Suppose I just logged in SAP. This is what I will be able to see once I log in SAP. Now, suppose I remember the transaction code. I don't want to go, I do not want to go to the particular step with the help of the navigation. Every time I cannot go to SPRO, IMG and give all the navigation steps. I do not want to do that. So in that case, if I remember the transaction code, how easy it will be. Let me tell you. OX16, right, for assignment of the company code to company. So give the transaction code here and just say enter. You will be getting into that particular transaction code. But as I told you yesterday, if at all, you get this kind of logged data. Here it is my own username. That means I would have opened somewhere else. See, I've opened here. So that's the reason why system is showing that so and so user has logged this particular screen. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to close this. Okay, I need to close this. Now, I can get into change mode. Okay, so because I have logged it, I can easily do this. But if somebody else is logging, what if, you got some other user ID in that place? Then what you have to do? Yesterday I've shown you. Go to SM12. And delete all the entries so that you will be able to get into that particular transaction code where it was logged by other users. Okay, fine. So I'm in OX16. So that OX16 transaction code you will be able to see here where I'm moving the cursor. Okay, fine. Now, what is the difference between /O and /N in front of the see, I'll tell you. Suppose I'm in easy access. Now I have to go to OX16. So from easy access, you can directly give the transaction code or T code. So that system will take you there. Suppose I'm in a different transaction code. I'm in OX02, suppose. I'm in OX02. OX02 is not a part of easy access screen. Why? Because here you do the configuration. From easy access screen, we cannot do configuration. So this is part of IMG, not easy access. Okay, so only when I am in easy access screen, I can give the transaction code directly without any prefix or suffix, anything. But I'm in some other transaction, I'm not in easy access screen. So when you are in any other transaction apart from easy access, you should give some prefix to the T code or transaction code. What is that prefix? It can be either /N and give the transaction code, or /O and give the transaction code. When /N and when /O. When I give /O, okay, this screen will be retained. This OX02 or whichever screen you would have opened will be retained, and a new screen for OX16 will be created by the system. When I give /n and give the transaction code beside it, it means that the existing screen will go off. In place of this, the new screen for this transaction code will be generated. /n means replacement, /o means in addition. Okay, got it everyone? Okay, fine. So I give OX16. Again it got, see here, because I'm in change mode. Okay, that's the reason why system is saying logged. Okay, so not a problem, because I'm the one who has logged. I can easily do this. Okay, I can easily get into change mode. Fine, so I am in OX16. Now what to do? I've already defined the company code yesterday. I've already defined the company yesterday. Now go to position button. System is asking for company code. Give your own company code if you remember, DOR1. Otherwise, if you don't remember, go to list of values, LOV, list of values. So click here, or function key F4 also you can give. Now, whichever is my company that I need to select from here, this is the one. This is my company code as I enter. Now, against my company code, what is the group of companies? That also I'm selecting from the list of values. If you remember, you can give. Okay, I give. And then again say save. So system is asking for TR, transport request. Now yesterday, we discussed some part of TR. So let me just see till where we discussed about TR. We discussed the statuses. We discussed, how to create them. What is the structure? Okay. And types. Okay. Fine. So now, as we seen under types, two types of TRs are there. Workbench TR and customizing TR. When workbench, when customizing, if the changes are cross-client, then you will be using workbench. So who is deciding? System itself is deciding whether it has to go to workbench or customizing. Okay. Now any cross-client changes will be asking for workbench TR. Examples are DME structure, if you could remember. Okay, otherwise you need not worry at all. COPA report and IBAN number generation. Of course, apart from this, so many other cases are also there, but as a FICO consultant, very frequently we will be coming across these three, wherein the system is asking for workbench TR. Okay, so any cross-client related changes will be asking for this workbench TR. Now, what do you mean by cross-client? I will be telling you in the coming sessions. Okay, so that's the reason why I will be putting this red in color. That means, this topic is yet to be covered, because if I cover now, beginners, it will be, hard for a beginner to understand. Okay, fine. So now, what do you mean by customizing? Any other change apart from cross-client will be asking for customizing TR. That's it. Okay, so for now you need to remember this types of TR, two types of TR. Status is modifiable and released. When modifiable, when released, as soon as you create a TR, modifiable will be assigned to any TR, whether it is workbench, workbench and customizing. Okay, so as soon as you create the TR, modifiable will be assigned. Modifiable means what? The name itself is saying it can be modified. What can be modified in the TR? For that, you need to know the structure of the TR. Structure of the TR includes the main TR or the parent TR. This is the one that we create. Okay. Now, automatic way also you can create the TR, but for that you have to have the charm tool. Charm tool is project specific. Because it is project specific, in IDS, nobody can show you charm tool. Okay, it is not just me, nobody will be able to show you charm tool. Okay, it can be implemented only in real time. Fine. So this is the TR that we generate, and once this is generated either manually or automatically, this child TR, which is having the very next consecutive number to that of the main TR, the child TR gets generated. Only one child TR gets generated at a time. Okay, so under this child TR only you will be able to see all the changes that you create. So whatever changes you would have created, everything might have gone here. So under this child TR, you will be able to see the tables. See, these are the tables. Under the tables, you will be able to find the entry that you have created. Under the tables only, you will be able to see the entries that you would have created. Now, let me just see where is our TR. I think we did not create any TR. Have we created any TR? No, we didn't. Okay, so I will be creating a TR now. Okay, so after creating, I will be showing you how to modify it. Fine. So, we just saw the structure of the TR. Structure of a TR means what? The parent TR, which is also called the main TR, and the child TR. Child TR means this one. So many child TRs can be present. How to create multiple child TRs, I'll be telling you now. Okay, so child TR is also called a task. Okay, so these two constitute together. Okay, to form the structure of the TR. Now we have assigned the group of companies or company to company code. So the third step is also done. Third step is done. Okay. Till here we are done. 20 steps are there as a part of organization structure. And one more thing also you need to remember. This organization structure that I'm covering is a, widely, these are created. These are the organization units that ought to be created. Okay, that need to be created. Apart from this, of course, okay, few other organization units are also there. Like segment is there, which we'll be covering in UGL. Okay, profit center is there, cost center is there, which we will be covering as a part of controlling. Okay, so when it comes to other organization units, we will be covering in the coming topics. Okay, so fourth step we will have to discuss now, which is business area. Now, what do you mean by business area? Business area means area where the business is done. Simple, area where the business is done. In few projects, I observed that a line of business is a business area. Okay, line of business means what? See, I will be having clothing line. I will be having lighting. Okay, all the bulbs and tubes. Okay, that line. IT business, that is also one line. FMCG business, that is also one line. So that line of business is considered as business area, but not each and every time. It always depends upon the project. Okay, but for now you should remember that company code is a line of business. Okay, in few projects, yes, I saw business area was created as a line of business. Okay, fine. So for now, what you have to remember? Business area means area where business is carried out. Okay, now transaction code is OX03. Now let us see OX03. So by now you already know how to use the transaction code in the command field either with /n or /o. Say yes. Now I'm in change view for business areas. So I'm creating the business areas. Now let us see how to create. So give some name. Always follows some naming convention. Okay, always follow some naming convention because it will be easier for you to locate your own objects in IDS. In real time, whatever names you are giving, your end user will tell you, okay, this is the name that I want. Okay, so he will be telling you, so accordingly you are giving. But in IDS, always follow some convention, okay, for naming so that you can easily locate. So business area 1, Okay, so 2 business areas I'm creating. So you can create as many as you want. So system is asking for a TR. Data is saved. So system is asking for a TR means what? This step has to be done by consultant. Whichever transaction code asking for TR, it means it has to be done by the consultant, not by the end user. End users will not have any access to TR. That's the reason why any transaction code which is asking for TR, only consultant will do. And any transaction code which is not asking for TR, example, master data changes, transaction postings, reporting, all these part of end user activities. Okay, fine. So we have created the business areas also and we are done. Okay, 4th step is also done. Now 5th step is chart of accounts. Important. What do you mean by chart of accounts? Chart of accounts means a list of accounts. What accounts? Obviously the GL accounts. You need GL accounts to make postings. I have to have a posting. Okay. So in order to have a posting, you have to have the GL accounts. Okay. So chart of accounts is nothing but the list of GL accounts. So let me write here. Okay. It's already written here. So what do you mean by chart of accounts? Chart of accounts is nothing but the list of GL accounts. Okay, please remember this. It is nothing but the list of GL accounts. Now, 3 types of chart of accounts are there. What are they? Operating, country, and group chart of accounts. Now, what do you mean by this operating? Operating means for everyday purpose we are using. Okay, everyday purpose we use this chart of accounts in order to post the transactions. Today I have these many transactions. I post to operating. Tomorrow I have transactions, again operating. So every day whatever transactions that I need to post, those are posted to operating chart of accounts. So because everyday transactions have to be posted, this is called a mandatory chart of accounts. Okay, this is a mandatory chart of accounts. Now, second one, country chart of accounts. Country chart of accounts means what? Whenever any country level compliances are there in reporting, then we will be using the country chart of accounts. Why specifically country? Because it is limited to that country only. You cannot apply the same to other countries. Okay, so this is not mandatory. In order to giving this country chart of accounts, defining is not at all mandatory, but operating, yes, it is mandatory. Now the third one is group chart of accounts. Group chart of accounts will be implemented only when the process called consolidation is implemented in the system. If no consolidation, then no group chart of accounts. Okay. So it all depends on how whether you are defining the consolidation or not. Okay, and country chart of accounts based on the compliances, some rules. Okay, so 3 types of chart of accounts. How to define the chart of accounts from the transaction code OB13? So let us create OB13. This is where I define. Now I say new entries. I give some name to the chart of accounts. Always follow some naming convention. So this one I would want to create operating, obviously, because it is a mandatory one, operating chart of accounts. Now what is the maintenance language? Obviously, I want to use English. What is the length of the GL account number? See, just now we discussed. In order to make postings, we have to have the GL accounts. Okay. So for that GL account in SAP, we give the numeric format, like in numbers. Okay. So that number range should be having the length. How much of length? So SAP supports till 10-digit long. A GL account can be as long as 10-digit long. Okay, but in real time we won't have that much of patience to have 10-digit long GL account. Either 5, 6, a maximum of 7 will be used. So let me use 5 here. Okay, you can use even 3 also if you want. Okay, now integration, controlling integration. Now how this chart of accounts is integrated with controlling module? For that you have automatic creation of cost elements, manual creation of cost elements. What do you mean by this automatic and manual creation of cost element? What do you mean by cost element in first place? A cost element means a P&L GL account. Okay, a P&L GL account. Okay, wherein the balances, okay, in the GL is being carried to controlling. Okay, so automatically we can create. Otherwise, you can also have manually. So, but don't disturb. Okay, here you need not disturb because in anyways, once we go to controlling, I'll be telling you all this. Okay, you need not disturb now. Now, next is consolidation. Group chart of accounts. So just now we discussed group chart of accounts will be implemented when consolidation is there, otherwise not. So if consolidation is there, then you can define the group chart of accounts like this only from OB13. Otherwise, if you want to use the classical one, the group chart of accounts name is CONS. CONS is a standard one provided by SAP themselves for group chart of accounts. Okay, if you want to create your own, that way also you can create. So let me assign it. Okay. Next is blocked. Blocked, if I activate this, then it means that I do not want any person to disturb my chart of accounts. Nobody will be able to edit a GL account, delete, or do whatever he wants. Okay, fine. So this is about the chart of accounts. Okay. Now I want to create country chart of accounts. Suppose how to create the same transaction code for all the 3. OB13. Okay, fine. Now once I create it, I would want to assign the company code to chart of accounts. For that, the transaction code is OB62. Assign company code to chart of accounts. Now go to position and search for your company code. Found it. Now here 2 columns are there. What are they? The first column is called country chart of accounts. CHRT is there, no? Chart of accounts for country. Sorry, the first one is the operating. Okay, first one is the operating. This is the country. CTY, CH, ACT means country chart of accounts. So this is operating and this is country. So whichever you would have defined, you can give in the respective one. Did I save?
No, Lavanya, I didn't save.
I didn't save, no? Okay.
No, you came out actually.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh. I didn't save it. I didn't save this chart of accounts, so okay, that's it. Now, while saving, I would want to create my own TR. For that, this is the button that I need to click. This button is for creation in SAP. I click here. I give some name. Okay, and in the project, what value to give? In IDS, you need not give anything, but in real time, which project you need to give here, your lead will tell you. Okay. I've generated a TR ending with 4718. Okay, so this is manual creation of a TR ending with 4718. So I go to SC10. Now ending with 4718 is my own TR. So it is a modifiable one. As soon as you create any TR, it will be assigned modifiable status. And this is a customizing TR. Okay. So click here. This is called the main TR or the parent TR. Under this, I have one more TR ending with 47119, the very next number. This is called the child TR. So under this child TR, I will be having the tables. Tables for what? Whatever changes you would have made using this TR. Okay. So this is my own company code. Okay. So this is the table for these transaction codes. For these transaction codes, that is the table. Okay. So anyways, I saved the data now. Okay. So what am I doing? In this, I am assigning against my company code, I am assigning the chart of accounts. And I say enter. I say save. So into the same TR, I can save 4718. Okay, 4718, I am saving. Okay, into this, you can save. Now this saving can be done till the status is modifiable. So when the status is modifiable, you can not only add the entries into it, you can also delete. Okay, you can also delete, not just adding, but also you can delete. So delete in what cases? If you had done any mistake in configuration, you can delete it, provided it is not moved to the next tier system. Okay, but let me tell you, only when you release the TR, the TRs can be moved to next tier system. But once you release, it is irreversible activity. Okay, so that means you cannot get it back. Okay, so you have to be very careful while releasing the TR. Okay, fine. So now more than one child TR can be present. So this child TR is ending with 4719. Okay. Now I would want to release the TR. Why do I have to release the TR? Without releasing the TR, one will not be able to send those TR which is having the information, okay, which is having the configuration information in it, to the next higher system. Okay. Now put the cursor on the child TR. Now here you can see all these are white in color. White in color means you can change. Okay, so that means you can even delete also. Okay, so this is about the structure of the TR. We discussed structure of a TR just now. Types of TR also we discussed. Statuses also we discussed. But statuses, let me tell you. Now once I create this TR, I would want to release the TR. Why do I have to release the TR? Without releasing, nobody will be able to send the TRs to next tier system. Okay. Now, I want to release, so what am I doing? Two types of release again, automatic and manual. So automatic, when it will be released, you already know when charm tool is implemented. If it is automatically, then we will have to manually do. Put the cursor on the task or the child TR and give this button. Click this button, this one, this release directly. So put the cursor here and click this. release directly. So when you click it, some changes has happened here. Okay, this tick mark has come. So what does it mean? Tick mark indicates it is released. And once it is released, you cannot use the same, okay, for making additions or changes. Now, these are the tables. So once this child TR or task is released manually, now the main TR has also to be released. Now put the cursor on the main TR and click the same button. Okay, fine. So once I release the main TR, again you will be able to see the tick mark against the main TR. So tick mark indicates what? It is also released. But actually, when you have released only this task or child TR, the status was still modifiable only. But when you release the main TR, the status will be changed. Okay, that means now it becomes released only when you release the main TR. Okay. Now, let me go to the next step and show you how to create a TR one more time. Okay. So assignment of company code to chart of accounts, we are there. Okay, now I'm going to next step. So what is the next step? I need to assign. Okay. So till now we have completed till the chart of accounts, defining of the chart of accounts. Now what I have to do? Assign chart of accounts to company code, which is OB62. So I go to OB62 and I say position. I give my own company code. Against my company code, I have to assign the chart of accounts. So this is operating and this is country chart of accounts. Okay, done. I'm done with this. Okay, so now into which TR I saved it? Let me just see. Okay, I have already released it. Okay, so now I will be creating one more. So this step is also done. Assignment of company code to chart of accounts. That step is also done. Now what next? Next step is defining of the account groups. Okay, defining of the account groups. Now question. Who all are from financial accounting background? And who all are from non-financial accounting background? Can you just tell me, everyone, who are all from non-financial accounting background first? Non-financial accounting background.
Lavanya, I am from non-financial accounting background.
Okay, Santosh is there. Okay. And who else? I think Dorothy was also one of them.
No, I'm from a financial background.
Okay. How about you, Sujata? Radhika?
I'm from financial.
Lavanya, I studied actually financial accounting, but I didn't work.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So whosoever is from non-financial accounting background, for them, I will be explaining the basics of accounting, like what is a P&L statement, what is a balance sheet statement, okay, and what are the different financial statements apart from this. Like we also have cash flow, we also have trial balance, manufacturing account, and apart from this, how to write a journal entry, what is a general ledger, okay, and what is called posting, when to debit an item, when to credit an item. All these I will be taking a separate session for the participants who are from non-financial accounting background. Okay, so if anybody else also want to join, definitely you can. But the next session will be on the same. Okay, as I said, it is basics of accounting. Okay, so as I said, till the time you get the server. Okay, so by tomorrow at least.
I'm sorry, Lavana. Can I ask a question? Can I take you a little bit back and find out something? As a SAP consultant, or however we're taking this SAP, for us to get to the job market, let's say for instance you get a job or a position that you're supposed to work on, like use the SAP. I wanted to find out, do we have to create all this configuration before we start working on the SAP, or we can just go ahead and enter the information into the SAP?
See, depends upon what type of SAP job that you will be doing. Okay, so if at all you are doing as an end user, then configuration is not required, because end user doesn't do any configuration.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, if you would want to start your career as a consultant in some IT company, then you have to, because this is what a consultant is doing.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Lavanya?
I'm sorry. So the next question, a consultant can do a configuration and at the same time be working on the account and other stuff, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, who else?
Lavanya, I have a question. This is Santosh.
Yes, please.
So, Lavanya, in the chart of accounts, it's basically the list of GL accounts. My question is, can GL accounts belonging to different company codes be a part of the same chart of accounts?
GL accounts from different company codes will be part of the same company codes. Yes,
No.
they can.
No. My question is, GL accounts. So say I have created 2 GL accounts belonging to 2 different company codes. Can they be under one single chart of account?
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Why? Because under a single chart of accounts, you can assign as many company codes as you want.
Lavanya,
Okay.
Jaykumar here.
Yes, please. Please tell me.
See, I just want to add something that what Santosh asked. See, chart of account is that, as she said, the list of all accounts which are common and can be used across all the companies.
Okay.
I think, Santosh, are you clear?
Yeah.
The set of accounts which we will define, assume that there are some 300 or 400 GL accounts which we are using, and that can be used across all that companies wherever is required. It is not mandatory, or 400 you have to use everywhere. There may be 300 in one company and 200 in another company, like that. But in a ERP system, see that you are defining the chart of account. Under that there is a list of all those, whatever that main account codes or whatever the account codes which you are defining. It can be used any of the system, irrespective of that company or whatever it is. So that is that benefit that when we are using in a ERP.
Yeah, I got it, Jay. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Lavanya, sorry, that you can continue.
Lavanya, quick question that you are saying that you are going to teach the basic concepts of accounting, right? So it's the same time, or are you giving the different?
Of course, the same.
Okay.
Same only.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So now, see, suppose, in my company, I have 10 different number of company codes. I have 10 company codes and I have 2 chart of accounts. Okay. So under a single chart of accounts, you can have all the company codes assigned. In that case, you are following only one structure for the GL accounts because only one chart of accounts is there across all company codes in my company. Otherwise, I can have 2 different chart of accounts. Few company codes are following this chart of accounts. This will be the structure, and other few are following another one. Okay, so depends upon the requirement of your client, whether all the company codes follow the same structure, same GL structure, or different structures. Okay, now if all the company codes are following the same chart of accounts, then all these will be having the same GL account interval for the respective account groups in their GL accounts. Okay, whether it is account head, assets, liabilities, or income or expenses, according to the number range interval defined in the chart of accounts, that will only be used across all company codes. So it all depends, whether you have assigned the respective company codes to the one which you're the one chart of accounts that you are mentioning. If you assign, they will be using the same, otherwise not.
Lavanya?
Yeah.
Santosh here. In real time, what is the example where we could have 2 chart of accounts rather than 1 chart of account actually? Is there any business requirement that you have come across where you have had to make 2 chart of accounts and define a list of different GL accounts under those 2 chart of accounts rather than just have 1 chart of account?
Yes. Suppose I would want to do the reporting in IFRS. Okay, see, I'm in India. According to Indian standards, I will have to do the reporting. So for that, I'm creating 1 chart of accounts. And what all company codes are there in India, I'm assigning to that chart of accounts. What if I would want to do the reporting in IFRS? I'm creating 1 more chart of accounts for that. Okay. But in simple finance, there is a solution for this. I need not create a separate GL accounts or separate chart of accounts for this. Okay. We have a solution for this because creating a separate chart of accounts, just for reporting purpose is a tedious one. So that's the reason why we will be having new ledgers. That's solution given in the simple finance.
You mean to say the simple finance is SAP HANA?
Of course, yes. S4Hana finance.
Yeah, not ECC.
Not ECC.
Okay.
Yeah. And see, one more requirement also, for European countries, what all company codes are there, they are following their own business. Okay. So in that case, they can have 1 chart of accounts, and the Asian company codes are following one type of business. They can have a different chart of accounts. Okay. So this business is a different one, their business is a different one. So no connection with the GL accounts. So they can use that way. A different.
It's a country specific kind of thing. And then
it is not country specific. It is like, the business process specific.
Oh, okay.
See, across the globe, the business might be the same across the globe. For all the company codes across the globe, the business might be the same. Okay. See, I'm having a group of companies. Under that group of companies, 5 company codes are there. 1 company code is in US, 1 company code is in Europe, 1 is in India, 1 is in Japan, 1 is in China. So for all these 5 company codes, if you see, same business I'm carrying out. Same business means same kind of postings will be there. Okay, same kind of GL accounts will be there. In that case, I can have a single chart of accounts.
Correct.
Right. Now, suppose, among these five company codes, if you see, 2 company codes are following, one type of business, and the other 3 are a different type of business. But all those belong under the same group only. In that case, because the postings will be different, because the GL accounts altogether will be different, I'm creating two chart of accounts. One chart of accounts, I'm assigning 2 company codes, the 2 similar kind of business. Other 3 which are having this similar business, I will be assigning to a different chart of accounts. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Lavanya, thank you so much.
So this IFRS thing, what I told is just an example, okay, but currently we are not following that because it was tedious. So because you have asked me for a scenario, I told, but currently we have a solution for that.
But that is not there in our ECC version, that only available in SAP HANA, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, in ECC, in some specific cases, ledger is created, that I will be telling you in new GL.
Yeah, normal setup, if we are discussing about that IFRS, so some company, they are following that IFRS and Indians, accounting methods also.
Yeah, GAAP, IFRS, yes.
Yeah, GAAP and IFRS. So that and ISAC or something, that Indian accounting standards. And then they can have a separate chart of account. So, but you are saying that at the time of passing the financial entry, system also should consider accordingly, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll you can discuss in that whenever it is coming.
In new GL topic, I will be telling you.
No, I'm asking you that when it is, because in our ERP there is no provision that in that particular, assume that if you want to see if there is a IFRS.
In your ERP means?
There is another ERP that which is our own company product.
Okay.
So not SAP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why there is no provision for IFRS and the Indian, and both we cannot work together. It will not work together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that I am just asking that is then you said that there is a provision, but that provision is only available in SAP HANA.
Yeah.
Okay.
In ECC also it is there, but in few cases we are using.
Yeah, you can explain in later stage.
Yeah, that is called a ledger solution that I will be explaining.
Yeah, that is fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So now, so we are in assignment of company code to chart of accounts is done. Now we are in account groups. Account groups means what? I think we have started TR. Okay. So let me, complete about this TR. So structure of a TR means what? The parent TR as well as the child TR together is called the structure of a TR. And how many types of TRs are there? Workbench and customizing. What are the statuses? Modifiable and released. Modifiable means what? It can be still modified. Okay, modifications can be done on this TR. Okay, so under the task only you will be able to see the respective entries created. Okay, under that TR in the tables. Okay, so you can go to this, SC10 and check, what all tables you are storing. Now, first you will have to release the task and then release the main TR. So this releasing can be a manual activity or an automatic. You already know when to go for automatic, only when charm tool is implemented. Otherwise, manually only you will be doing. Okay, fine. So now when we released the task, system did not change the status. But when we released the main TR, system changed the status and it moved to released this one. From here it went to this one. Okay. So once I am releasing the task, what is happening? The task is logged. The task is logged. LOCKD, logged. Okay. So now when I am trying to use the same main TR, okay, but the task has been closed. This is still open. Suppose now I did not do this. I did not release it. So this is still open, but this is closed. So when I am trying to select this one for saving, then system will be generating a child TR, a new child TR. So I will be showing you now how to do that. Now, the next step we are following. So next step is account groups. Transaction code is OBD4. What do you mean by account groups? Account group means the account heads. So whosoever are from financial accounting background might be able, they will be able to understand what an account head means. Account head is nothing but type of the account. Type of the account. What are the different account heads that we have? The different account heads that we have are assets, liabilities, income and expenses. Assets, liabilities, income and expenses. What do you mean by assets? Assets means what all properties that my company holds. Okay, so these properties will be used in running of the business. These properties have to be used in running of the business. Let me tell you the example. Now I am having a manufacturing company. So for manufacturing of the finished products, I bought some machinery and I have installed those machinery in the factory. Factory means plant. So I installed that machinery in my plant and I'm using that machinery in the production process. So definitely it is an asset. Now, I'm running some company, okay, some not manufacturing related, but some service related or some, company. So in that case, I bought some computer, okay, and I'm using it, okay, for all the documentation purpose or anything. So that is definitely a property, an asset. I bought some vehicle, I gave to my salesperson. Okay, they are using those vehicles. It is an asset. I bought some land for my company. Okay, and I built one branch over there. It is an asset. One building I am holding, wherein I am doing business. It is an asset for that company. Okay, so assets are properties. Okay, now liability means what? Liability means all the outstanding amount that I need to make the payment. Okay, that means from my company's perspective, all the loans I got from outsiders. Okay, all these I have to pay, right? Okay, one day I have to pay them. So those are called liabilities. Liability means the outstanding payment. The payment which I have not done till now, which is yet to be paid, is a liability. Next is income. Income means it is also called revenue. Revenue is nothing but income. Income means what? What all that I am getting into my company. Okay. What all I am receiving. Okay. Is called an income. So income can be profit also. I am making profit. It is an income. Okay. I made the sales. It is an income. Okay. Now, next is expenses. Expenses means like, what all expenses you have in a company. Every month expenses. You have salary expenses, printing and stationery expenses. Okay. And selling and distribution expenses. All the miscellaneous, okay, are grouped under the expenses. So these can also have losses. Okay. Losses as well. So these are the 4 account groups. Now I will have to create the GL accounts under these account groups. Under assets, I want to have a land GL account, a building GL account. Okay. Any asset like a vehicle GL account. So these GL accounts, even cash is also asset, right? Bank balance is also an asset. Okay. So all these are the types of the assets that I have. So in order to create the GL accounts under this asset group, what is it I have to have? I have to have the number range interval. For what? If I do not have number range interval, how do I know that, these particular GL accounts have to have this number range from this number to this number? How will I be knowing? For that purpose, I'm creating the number range interval. So let me go to OBD4, which is OBD4. I say new entries, What is my chart of accounts? I already know what my chart of accounts is. I've already created. So this is my chart of accounts. Account group. What is the first account group? Assets. It is only 4 characters. That's the reason why it is stopping here. Though I'm trying to give here, I'm trying to place, put T and S here, assets, but it is not taking. So I'm giving the description here, assets. Now what has to be the number range interval? Okay, any GL accounts, if you see in SAP, will be defined in numeric. Okay, so I have to have the number range interval. For assets, I'm giving the number range interval 10,000 to 19999. Why did I give only 10,000? Because
you defined the 5 as the length of the GL.
Very good, very good. Because in my chart of accounts, I have given the length of GL account number as 5 digit. Because I gave 5 digit over there. See how many digits are there? 5. So here also 5. So 5 digit long I'm giving. So this has to be the number range interval for the assets. Similarly, for liabilities. Similarly for income. For expenses. Okay, that's it. Now, do you think only these 4 will be there in real time? According to the requirement, you can still classify this. How? See, assets is there. Okay, this is one group. There are different types of assets. Liquid assets. Yes, tell me.
Those are under that main group, right? It's a sub-classification, right?
No, there is no main grouping or nothing like that.
Okay.
Okay, it is not that under assets you are having like this. Okay, you need not create that way. You remove assets and you do, okay, the further grouping under assets. Okay, suppose, I have not created assets here. There is no line item called assets at all. So let me just delete it. Otherwise you'll be confused. See, I'm trying to save this. Okay. So I would want to create a new TR now. For that, what am I doing? I say create request. I say like this.
But in a normal setup implementation or configuration time, we have to use always a new TR for each and every cases?
Not required. Not required. You can use the same TR if you want. Otherwise, see, you got one incident. As a part of that incident, you are, creating some object. It is asking for TR. Okay. So because it is related to one incident, you are using that TR. One more incident you will get tomorrow. Definitely you will have to use a different TR.
But my doubt is that assume that if I am going to do some kind of configuration or setup for one particular company or group of company. My setup.
I'm an implementation project. Yeah. So as a part of implementation, first thing, I'm doing all the organization structure. Next thing, I'm doing a GL module. Next thing, I'm doing AP module. So this is a single requirement because see, implementation is a very big thing.
Yeah.
So till the time I do all the configuration, it is not set to be completed. So it is treated as a single thing. Okay. So because it is treated as a single thing, I can put all the configuration like related to one module in a single TR.
Correct. That's why that was my doubt, because normal scenario that would be.
I need not create. Okay, yeah, I need not have a separate TR for each and every.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, fine. So this is how I have created assets, liabilities, income, and expenses. I do not want to have assets. I want to have a narrow classification. This is a broad classification. Okay. Now, I do not have assets. Okay, suppose. So assets. Under assets, I have many types of assets like
cash,
movable and immovable assets, and tangible and intangible.
Tangible, intangible, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And movable, immovable kind of thing.
Yeah, fixed assets.
Yeah. Fixed
Okay.
asset. Yeah, fixed asset.
Liquid assets.
Yeah.
Okay. So like this, you can have fixed assets.
But Lavanya, in a normal scenario that as per accounting standard also, or when we are going for any kind of financial statement, like a balance sheet. So if you see that normally there are four classification under that, for example, that is a fixed asset, asset. Under that you can have the different types of sub assets also.
That is normal books of accounts.
Correct.
That is normal in any books of accounts. If you see under assets, this is a classification, and under liabilities, this is a classification. That way,
yeah.
But in SAP, this is how we follow. Okay.
So Lavanya, the account group, you actually see that, for example, the liquid asset or fixed asset. So that's we have to remind it, like for example, FXA, LIQ, or we can create
No. This is not any coding. You can give any name.
Any name, okay.
I like, I can give like this also.
Yeah, okay.
We have to follow some kind of naming standard which is easier
not
to remember.
Not for this one.
Huh.
You need not follow any naming standard.
No,
So
what I'm saying that
when because it is not easy for us to locate our own object.
Yeah, correct. That will be very easy to remember and easy to that use wherever is required.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now I have. So as a part of tangible asset, I have a goodwill. Okay. See, this way I can have.
Can I have a sub group?
Here we cannot have. Here we cannot have. Subgroup. Here
we cannot have, right?
So under assets, I can narrow down the classification. Under liabilities, if you see, suppose I do not have this. Okay. Under liabilities, so what all types of liabilities you have? Capital is a liability. So for all the capital related items, I am giving one classification. And long-term loans.
Loans, right.
Short-term loans, okay. And one more is short-term loans. Short-term loans.
And then sundry creditors, the suppliers?
No, not that one.
No, we are talking about liabilities, right?
Why not that one? I will be telling you. Of course, you can have, okay. You can have that way also. Okay. So this is how you can have. So if you want, you can give, a separate one for creditors and debtors also. But normally those are treated under, assets, liquid assets under, the debtors. Okay, under liabilities, he will be giving the creditors or vendors normally. But if you want to follow, you can follow. Okay. So you can narrow down the classification or you can give the broad classification. Yes, please.
What about revenues? So
income, no? Revenues is income.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let me just delete this. Done. Okay. So this is the number range interval that I would be using for my respective GL account. So for assets, I used 100,000 to 19999. Liabilities 200,000 to 29999. Okay, so this is the number range I am following. Now, next is, so I've created one TR just now. So let me just see what that TR name is. TR number is, so it is a customizing. This is the one that we created, ending with 720, and this was saved in this particular table. Okay, this is saved in this particular table. These two tables. Now, next step is, so let me write here. So we have seen only till account groups. So next step is a retained earnings account, OB53. The retained earnings account means what? A retained earnings account means it is the difference of P&L statement for this particular. P&L means what? Profit and loss statement, which I will be discussing in the coming session as a part of basics of financial accounting. So P&L statements, it means profit and loss. So it is a difference of P&L for this year. For the next year, it will be carried forward to the balance sheet. Okay. So what am I doing? I go to OB53. System is asking for chart of accounts whenever I'm going to OB53. So because the system is asking for chart of accounts, this particular level of data creation is chart of accounts. Levels of data creation. So chart of accounts. Here I didn't mention chart of accounts. Of course, so many other levels are also there. Okay, even though I write chart of accounts here, apart from this also so many other levels are there. Okay, few of the levels I mentioned here. So chart of accounts. So what is a chart of accounts? The OB53 transaction code, whatever we are trying to create now, is a chart of accounts level. So OB53 is for what? For retained earnings account. Now what is our chart of accounts? Let me assign here. This is the one. This is my chart of accounts, and I say enter. So system took me to this particular transaction. Now, it is logged. So let me just say it is logged. Okay, it is coming in blue color. Blue color means you cannot enter anything. That means somebody has logged. Okay. Earlier, I had a separate server only for myself. Okay, but all the students were getting so many issues. So that's the reason why I have asked my vendor, my SAP vendor, to give the same server as mine to all my participants. So, somebody else is practicing. So when somebody is practicing, so my screen is getting locked. Okay.
Lavanya, can you just tell me that what is that the transaction code which you used for opening that, unlocking that particular
SM12. SM12. Let me write here.
Yeah, just make it there also. So that
okay.
Yeah.
So now I gave my chart of accounts. System is displaying some transaction, it seems, balance carried forward. Okay, we will be discussing more about this transaction key. This is called a transaction key or account key or process key. All these three are the same. Okay, so more about a transaction key we will be discussing in the coming topics. Now, P&L statement account type. So here you can give some alphabet, some name, some number. Okay, so I'm giving the alphabet X. One more also I can give. One is for operating and another one is for non-operating. You can give the GL accounts. What GL accounts have to be given? Give the liability GL accounts. Okay. For liability, what is the number range that I gave? 20000 to 29999. Okay. So I will be giving the number 29999 here, the last number for liabilities, and the last but one number for liabilities. Now I save here. When I'm trying to save, system is giving one yellow color message saying account so and so is not created. Fine. When it is not created, it is giving me correct display only, correct message only. But if you see here, types of messages, green color means informative, yellow color means warning. Warning will allow you to save the transaction code. Okay. So how to save this? Whenever you are getting yellow color message, say enter button in your keypad. I said enter button. For the next line item, system is displaying one more warning message. Again enter. System is asking for the transport request. So this was the transport request which I have created just now. Okay. So just now system has created this. So I will be saving to this. So changes have been made. Okay. So now you can go to this TR. Okay. Into the same, you will be able to see BIL, automatic account determination. Okay. So transaction key, whatever we saw just now, or process key or account key is for automatic account determination. So what is this automatic account determination? We will be discussing in the coming topics.
Lavanya.
Okay, now.
Lavanya, okay. Let Santosh you speak.
Yeah, Lavanya, why did you give for the operating? You gave the last number range, and then for the non-operating, you gave. Why? Oh, you can give any number. Okay, fair enough.
Give any number. Okay.
Okay.
Lavanya, that I am having one doubt. In a normal scenario, that retained earning, whether it is a net profit or net loss or whatever it is, it will go into one particular account, right?
Your wish. It always depends upon your business process.
Okay.
Whether your end user is saying that I want all these into one single GL account, then you will be creating only one. Okay, yeah. If he wants only for operating expenses one and non-operating one more, you can give that way also.
Okay, what is the general practice in
two
big
GL
companies?
Accounts.
Big companies.
GL accounts.
Okay.
Now, so we created the TR, and system itself has generated the task. Under the task, you are able to see the entries under the table. Okay, now. I would want to lock this particular task. Locking means I won't be able to make changes. See what changes I can make if you double click here on the task. If you click this one, this became white in color. White means you can change it. So if you want to delete an entry, you can delete directly from here. Okay. So this one is still modifiable only. Even the task is also still modifiable only, but I would want to lock the task. So what am I doing? I am putting the cursor here and I click this here. When I click this, system is giving some tick mark. Tick mark indicates it is a locked one. So if I double click here, this button, which is change button, has been frozen. I cannot click this anymore. Okay, so I cannot get this in white color. White color means updating field, updating mode. So system has locked this particular task. Now what to do? My TR is still open. My main TR, parent TR is still open, and still it is modifiable status. The status of my TR is still modifiable. But my child TR or task is locked. Now what will happen? Let us see. So now the next step after creating the retained earnings account, next step is the document types. ODA7 is the transaction code. What do you mean by document type? In real time, what kind of transactions you will be having? Suppose, mine is a manufacturing concern. Okay, manufacturing company. What all transactions will I be having? I will be buying material from my vendor. Okay, so vendor invoice transaction. I'm making payment to my vendor. Vendor payment. Okay, this payment is outgoing to vendor. So vendor outgoing payment. I made some adjustment transactions on the vendor. So adjustment transaction. I sold some material to customer. So customer sales. Customer gave me, payment. Customer payment. So this is incoming payment. Customer incoming payment. Bank transactions. Okay. So many types of transactions are there in real time. So these transactions are identified by the document type. So why these transactions have to be classified in first place? Why vendor related transactions, in one place? Why customer transactions in one more place? The reason is for reporting. Okay. Suppose I do not have any differentiation between all these transactions. Now, at the year end, I would want to draw all the documents related only to vendor invoices. How will I fetch the data? Based on what I will be fetching the data? I cannot, right? So differentiation is there for better reporting. Okay. So vendor invoices, some so-and-so name given to the document type. So I will be giving that document type over there while retrieving the data so that all the documents with that document type only will be displayed. So how much easy it will become? Okay. So document types for what purpose? For reporting purpose. I'm classifying the documents. I'm classifying the transactions for what purpose? For reporting. So for this, I have, yes, please tell me.
Lavanya, for invoices, for invoices, you can do that kind of a distinction. But how about payments actually? Because payments against a vendor invoice or any other invoice, can you make such kind of distinction for payments as well?
I will be telling you now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, even for the payments also you can make the distinction. Okay, let me show you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to OBA 7. Now this is what you will be able to see when you go to OBA 7. This is what you will be able to see when you go to OBA 7. So many entries are there, no? All these are entries created by standard SAP only. I did not create anything. All these are done by standard SAP. So that means standard SAP is giving these many document types, these many. Even in real time also you will be able to see. Okay, fine. So now let us see. A is for asset posting, AB is for accounting document, some random accounting document. See, customer invoice, customer payment, customer document, that means adjustment transactions, customer recurring entry. Again, one more customer invoice. So this could be different from this one. Okay, customer credit memo. Again, one more customer invoice, it seems. Customer payment. Okay, and vendor related, vendor document, vendor credit memo. Okay, and net vendors, okay, vendor invoice, vendor payment, vendor document, so many document types. Okay, so on what basis it is differing? Based on the subledger. Okay, so for all the GL is one GL is one submodule. Okay, so for GL, one document type or more than one. Okay, a group of document types in GL. And in AP module, again, one set of document types. AR module, one set of document types. Okay, that way we are differing. So now if you see customer payment, okay, is it not different from vendor payment? Definitely it is. Customer payment is incoming. So here I have vendor payment. Let me show you. Yeah, vendor payment. Vendor payment is outgoing. So is there any differentiation? Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So now what I have to do here in OBA 7, the very first module that we will have.
Sorry, Lavanya, one more thing. Sorry. A customer payment itself can be of different kinds, isn't it? He could make a check payment or he could have made payment using his debit card.
That is differentiated with the help of payment method. That is a payment method, not the entire See, the transaction is standing at a higher level. Okay. Transaction is, as a whole, you are saying it as a transaction. But what type of payment it is it is defined by the payment method. It could be a bank transfer, it could be a check, it could be a bills of exchange, whatever it is. That is, defined under payment method. But on the whole, it is an incoming payment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So now, yeah. So the very first module that we will have to discuss is definitely the GL, General Ledger. In General Ledger, I will be using SA document type. Okay, so go to SA document type, double click. As I said, in real time, we will be using the same existing document types. If at all you would want to use or create your own, copy the existing standard document type and create a new one. Okay, now this is SA document type, which is GL account document. The number range is 01. So please remember this number 01, which is the number range. Now go to this button, number range information. What is your company code? Give your company code. Go to this change intervals. And now, what was the number I told you to remember just now? It is 01. Okay, 01 is a number range for SA document type. SA document type means a GL account document type. Now, so because it was 01 and 0 doesn't have any value, I will be giving directly 1 here. Is it correct? Not at all. Don't give just 1. Give the same number as 01 only. Okay, system will not take it as a number, it will be taking it as a string. That is the reason. Okay, fine. So now year. For which year I would want to create this number range interval? For the current year. Okay, only this year I'm giving. So what is a number range interval for those documents created with the document type SA? This is the number range that I will be creating. You can give any number range. Okay, so I'm using this number range for this year.
Lavanya, see, if you select that whatever the year, that is year is calendar year, right? It is not accounting year.
It is the financial year, or it is the fiscal year.
It is a financial or a fiscal year, right?
Yes.
So if we consider that US method, it may be that Jan to December. If we consider that India, that may be April to, it will be April to March.
Yes.
Okay. So where we are defining that 2020,
in
that
fiscal
is
year variant. In fiscal year variant.
Okay.
Fine. So, yeah, please.
Yeah, the number using the 19999. So do we have we can do more than 5 or just 5 numbers?
Like this also you can give.
So there is no restriction, right here?
No restriction.
Okay.
There is maybe some maximum limit, 10 digit or something like that.
Yeah,
no.
This much, these many digits. More than this I cannot give.
I think it's a 10.
Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 digit.
Okay.
Document numbers in SAP are 10-digit number long. Actually.
Yeah, in SAP it is 10 digit long. Okay, fine. So I would want to use this much only. So this is the number range interval I would want to give for SA document type in this particular year. Now NR status means what? NR status means the recently created document number created with this number range interval will be updated here. Suppose, I went on creating the document type SA1 document I've created, the document number is having number 1, the very first number. So here 1 will be updated. Next document I created, number 2 will be updated here. Okay.
Lavanya, it is nothing but a last number which is used, right?
Of course, the latest number used. Okay. Now, EXT means what? External. What do you mean by this? This is the type of number range interval. What is the type of number range interval? You will be having 2 types, external and internal number range interval. External means what? External number range interval means manual generation of the document number. Okay, see, with SA document type I have created 10 number of documents. How do I differentiate these documents? With the help of the document numbers. Okay, so each document will be having one number to it. That is called the document number. So with the help of the document number, you can identify a document. Okay, so this document number, whether you are assigning to a document either manually or automatically, that is being controlled by this checkbox. EXT means external. External means manual. That means number range can be given by the user himself while creating the document.
Suppose, Lavanya, sorry to...
Please, okay, please.
See, in a normal scenario that you are saying that if I select an external, system will ask you while passing the financial entry, system will ask you that document number, which
Yes.
you can enter any of the number between that
In this
series.
range.
Right.
Yes.
Now, but in a normal scenario that we will always use that auto-generated number, right?
Yes, that is what I'm trying. I mean, I have not completed this. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'll be telling you.
yeah.
So external means that. So when I click this EXT, it means it becomes external. That means it becomes a manual number ranging interval. So this is about external. One more type is internal. Internal means what? System itself is assigning some number to the document. So this is widely used. 99.99 it will be internal only. We do not want to take the headache of assigning any numbers to any document type. System has to give. So I make it internal. If I remove this, it becomes internal. So why do we have EXT checkbox then? In earlier versions, in asset accounting, we used to have external number range. We used to create the documents only using external. But currently, all the modules we are creating only internal. Okay, fine. So now I save it. Before I save this, now let me tell you one more thing. For this current year, this is the number range interval. That means for next year, for 01, which is SA document type next year also, what I need to do at the year end, I will have to come to this transaction. I will have to give 01, 20, 21. So next year, right? 1 to 1999. This is what I will be giving at the year end. So that in the next year, I will be using so and so number range for this year. I mean, for the particular year you mentioned 2021.
Lavanya,
Yes.
if I'm doing an internal number range and the number of documents created for that fiscal year is more than 2000.
Got exhausted.
So what do I, how do I handle that?
You can still change the number range interval like this, like that you can make. But you have to make sure that it is not overlapping. If it is overlapping, so many combinations you tried, it is still overlapping, then you create a new number range interval. That means, new number range altogether. 01 is there now here. So one more, you have one more document type you will have to create.
But then, we had assigned to the account, the SA document type is assigned to the 01 number range, isn't it? So how do we manage that?
While giving SA document type, okay, SA document type will take only 01. Okay, so while creating any other document, GL document only, SA is GL document. So you would want to create one more GL document, but SA number range interval is exhausted. In that case, create a new document type, which is having a different name. So now it is not SA. Okay, so in that case, when you go to the respective transaction code, F-02 is a transaction code for entering the the GL document. In that, so let me show you. If I show you, it will be clear. See, I'm in F-02, wherein I'm entering some GL posting. So here system is by default taking SA. I remove SA, okay, because my number range got exhausted. I've created one more new document type having the name SB. Okay, so which is having a different number range interval because SA is exhausted. So now make a posting with SB.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Lavanya, see one thing. See, you said that while making an entry, that type we can change. That is nothing but a transaction code, right? Transaction type or transaction code, whatever we call it as.
Which
Right.
one?
See, now you change it from SA to SB, right?
Document type.
Yeah. So now what I am asking that in a normal scenario, that is there any provision in the in a SAP system where that user should not change it? It should not
Of
be.
course, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Because in our ERP that
Yes.
the user
You can
cannot
hard
change
code
that.
it. You can hard code this.
Okay. There is a provision that user cannot change that document type, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can have all this. You can hard code. You can do the validations.
Okay.
You can do that way. Okay. Now I'm back in this transaction. Now for this year, I've given this number range interval. For next year, again I have to come here. I need to give 2021 and give the number range interval. So this is a year-end activity. Okay. Now I do not want to make this year-end activity. Every time I do not want to go here and I do not want to give all these. In that case, what am I doing? I remove this number. In the year, I give 9999. 9999 means infinity years. Infinity for all the coming years. Okay. So I can use the same number range interval I can use. I need not go every year in here and I create new entries. Okay, got it everyone. But this is
Lavanya.
Yeah.
See, normally, as you said, normally these are that year-end activity. Once we complete that new year processing or whatever it is, whether the system will automatically create all the document number or other we have to do the setup.
We have to go.
In SAP, there is no provision to do that automatic creation after the new year processing, right?
No. We will have to come here and do.
Okay.
But this practice 9999 is not commonly followed. Okay. So for information purpose only, I'm telling you. This is how it is generally done. Now, I'm trying to save this. Are you able to, understand something out of this? I save this. Can you make out what is the difference between the previous steps and this one?
I think this is a cross client. I mean, like this is client specific. So you'll have to do it in every client.
Very good. So system did not ask me for any TR. Okay. System did not ask for any TR. No pop-up has come. Okay. So that means this transaction code is done by end users only. And this number range interval, I cannot move to the next higher systems. Okay, only the one which is saved into the TR can be moved to next higher systems. If it is not saving into the TR, no question of moving it out. So this is independently done in development, independently done in quality, independently done in production system. Got it, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this transaction will not ask for any TR. So this is about the document types. Next step after document types is the fiscal year variant, which is also called financial year variant. OB29 is the transaction code. Now, what do you mean by this fiscal year variant? Let us see. Fiscal year variant means, as I said, financial year variant. OB29. Okay, so we are in OB29. I say new entries because I need to create a new fiscal year variant. FV means fiscal year variant. So give 2 characters here. This takes only 2 characters. Okay, more than 2 characters it won't take. Fiscal year variant. FYV means fiscal year variant. Now 2 check boxes are there, year dependent and calendar year. Year dependent means what? The name itself is saying it is dependent on the year. In what cases it is dependent on the year? In what cases it is not dependent on the year? Let me give you one example. Suppose my year is starting in the month of January and ending in the month of December. My financial year. So now, so far, before implementing SAP, I have been using some accounting package. So I have been using accounting package till December, mid of December. Okay, so after December, my new financial year starts. But in mid of December, I have implemented SAP. Okay, so mid of December only, I have implemented SAP. In January, my new year starts. My new fiscal year starts. So the SAP which has been implemented newly, okay, for this year is valid for 15 days only. Mid of December I implemented, right? Suppose 15th of December I implemented. One more 15 days is only left for the new year. So that means this particular fiscal year, which I have created for now, I will be using for 15 days only. For all the coming years, it will be from January to December, January to December. Okay, but for this year, because I'm using SAP only for these 15 days of time, I will be creating the fiscal year variant only for 15 days of time this year. Now, once I go to 31st of December, I will be closing this year, which is containing only 15 days of time. I will be opening a new year starting from January, ending in December. Okay, so this becomes year dependent. Year dependent means what? This particular fiscal year variant, whatever you would have created, is applicable only for that year, not for the next years or for any coming year. So even in my case also, you know, the fiscal year which I have created for 15 days, for every year this is not applicable, right? Okay, only for this year it is applicable. Okay, for next year, it is not 15 days, it is 365 days. So not applicable. So this becomes an year dependent. Got it, everyone? Okay, now next. Calendar year. Calendar year and non-calendar year. Two options we have, calendar and non-calendar. Let me cover non-calendar first and then we shall go to calendar. Non-calendar means what? Calendar means according to the calendar. In calendar, you will be able to see from January to December. Non-calendar means what? Which is not following the calendar. That means what? It can start anywhere from Jan to December and it can end anywhere from Jan to December next year. Okay, so let me give you an example.
Or April to March as per that Indian standard.
What is that?
April to March.
That is what? April to March. This year April to next year March.
Yeah.
So example I am giving you. In European countries, if you see, what is the fiscal year? It is starting in the month of September. It is starting in the month of October. So this year, October, it started, suppose. And where it is ending? In next month, September, it is ending. Okay. If you see in India, it is starting in the month of April. April is this year. Where it is ending? In March next year, it is ending. Okay. So this is a non-calendar year, which is not following according to the calendar. Calendar year means January to December only. Okay. Now, number of posting periods. So I'm not using calendar year. I want to use non-calendar year. So I'm not activating it. Number of posting period. In SAP, period means a month. We don't say month in SAP. We say period. So posting periods means what? Into these periods you can do the postings. So how many posting periods that you would want to have? 12 definitely, because 12 months are there. Number of special periods. What do you mean by special periods? Special periods are the one which you will be making postings on the adjustments, especially tax adjustments.
After the audit.
Very good. Okay, so once you give your books of accounts for audit, you are not supposed to be making any kind of postings into your normal GL. Okay, in that case, you will be creating the special periods. Okay, maximum number of special periods that you can enter in SAP is 4. Maximum of 4 you can have. Less than that, less than 4 also you can give here, like in 1, 2, 3, 4 also you can give. So this is how I create the fiscal year variant, and I say save. System is asking for a TR. Okay, so let me see if I can save into the same TR 720, because I have, I have logged the child TR under this main TR. So let me see. Now what is the system saying? A new task will be created for the following request. So this is the main tier. So system is saying that, okay, a new task will be created, it seems. Task is nothing but the child tier. Okay, fine.
Lavanya, sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
The special period you are trying to say that the maximum number is 4. I mean, I didn't get that. Can you please repeat again? What is
special period? Means wherever you will be posting the adjustment related transactions after audit. Okay. Because once audit is done, you are not supposed to be making any changes to your books of accounts.
Okay.
No changes in all the periods from January to December.
Okay.
Lavanya, just want to add one more thing.
Please.
Yeah, in any company, that I just want to give that one more scenario to that person who asked the question. So any company that after closing that particular accounting year, that is, assume that if you take it a Indian scenario, April to March, after March, we will not make any such kind of entries. And then once we assume that maybe we can do a month-end processing and month-end closing. After month-end closing, we cannot pass any kind of entries into a respective month. For example, April to March, once you close that month of March, you cannot pass any kind of entries. After passing these entire entries related to that particular financial year, then there may be an audit will start. During the audit, the auditor will identify some of that entries maybe which are posted wrongly. So such kind of entry, either they will reverse it and then they will pass it separately. So for that, for such kind of scenario, I think this number of special periods are using, right?
See, those are wrong entries.
No,
right?
I'm not talking about non-entry. Maybe they will consider as a part of that your special period. Or, sorry, I'm not getting.
See, before audit is done, okay, or during audit, okay, wherein certain time limit will be there where you can make changes to your books of accounts.
Correct.
Okay, so at that point of time, if you find any wrong entries, okay, then what you will be doing? You will be reversing them.
But definitely that, assume that if then there would not be any month-end closing for the particular month, right? March month, we will not close it. So whatever the wrong entry which are going to reverse, that will reverse in the month of March.
Of course. Okay. Yeah. So reversals has nothing to do with this.
Sorry. I got it. I interpreted in a different way. Sorry. Correct. So that we can draw a different, I think we can draw a different balance, that accounting statement, account statement like a P&L and the balance sheet. After each iterative of that audit, maybe after one audit, first audit, second audit, third audit, fourth audit. So that way, maybe it may be like that.
No, audit is the same. Audit is the same. Only one audit.
Sorry, Lavanya, in relation to what Jaikumar was telling and the reversal scenario that you explained to him, see, the previous posting period is already closed, isn't it? So we have had a year end. The posting periods are now closed. We cannot make any changes to those postings that have happened in that financial year.
Santosh, Santosh, normally we will close only that March month. I'm talking about only March month. that March month, or in the case of other country, that December month, we will close it only after completion of that entire entries, which that accounting department, they will verify all the accounts and whatever the reversal and everything, they will consider it. And during an audit also, they will it will be in an open stage. They will not close it.
Correct.
All the reversal entry they will consider in the month of March normally.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is so if suppose there is any reversals that need to be done post these periods have been closed, will they be the one that will go into the special periods?
No. She said no, and I am also saying that no, because that whatever we are March month or the last month, 12th month, we are not at all closing before that any kind of audit. So audit or completion of all the entry or reversal or whatever it is. As per my understanding, then she will correct if I am wrong. The number of special period, maybe it is using, assume that first cut you taken after audit, you taken a first cut. Maybe that first cut, maybe that number of special period, it will consider as a 1, and then second cut, maybe that second 2, and then third cut, that is the way that we can go maybe for special period. Am I correct, or whether I am wrong? Lavanya?
Yeah, Santosh.
No, sorry. I think we are still not very clear about number of special periods. Like, why 4 special periods are there and why not just 1?
It is a maximum number. It is a maximum number. Okay, it is not mandatory to have 4 every time. You can also give 1, just 1 also you can give. So
what happens, Lavanya? Like, so can you explain to us? So say, take the same example which Jaykumar was saying. We have had this year-end activities completed. We have had our auditing, any reversals that needed to be done and all done. So we are now, we have said that, okay, it's all done. The audit reports are still to be coming, and we have closed all the periods now. So now we need to make an adjustment entry to an entry that was passed, say, in month 5. Okay. So is that when we will use the special period?
It is not 5 actually. The posting is supposed to be made in the previous year only. Okay. Adjustment posting, but it was not done. It was not identified and it was not done. Now I have identified and I am doing. So it will be done to special period.
So, and how does the system know which special period to use? Like, if I have defined 4 physical special periods, so it is the special periods are month, third. Yeah, okay.
The last date of the financial year you should give, the document date and posting date. Okay, suppose this is the company code. The last date, last working date rather.
Lavanya, we cannot see your screen. Like, we are still.
Now you are able to see.
Yeah.
Okay. The last date should be given. Last working day, document date, posting date. Here in the period, I need to give 13. 13 means 12 are completed. I am in 13th one. 13 month means the first special period.
Okay.
If I give 14, second special period, 15 and 16.
Lavanya, I'm just confused. So period you say is a month, right?
Yes.
So what is 14? Okay, I didn't get that.
These are special periods. Okay. Periods means definitely posting periods are months.
Okay. Posting periods are months.
Posting periods are months. Okay. Now, so let me close this. Where am I? Yeah, this one. Okay. So I can give 1 special period, or a maximum of 4 also can be given. Okay. Maximum of 4 number of special periods are allowed in SAP. So now save. So this is a non-calendar year. Non-calendar. If I did not click, it becomes a non-calendar. I select this and I go to periods folder. I say new entries. Month. Month means according to calendar. So you have Jan to December you have. Jan to December you have. Okay. Now day means how many days are present in that month. In January I have. In Feb I have. Like this I have. Number of days in those months. Period means in SAP. Period terminology belongs to SAP. Now this is a non-calendar year. Non-calendar year means not following the calendar. But calendar is starting from January ending in December. So I'm not following my calendar. Okay. Mine is non-calendar. So non-calendar means starting anywhere between January and December this year and ending anywhere between January to December next year. So suppose I'm located in, my company code is in European country. Okay. Now in Europe, it is usually the fiscal year starts in the month of October this year and ends in September next year. October means what? 10th month is October according to calendar. Okay. So in October, 31 days are there. Against 10th month, give 1 here. So my first period in SAP is 10th month in calendar. Right? So obviously this becomes second, this becomes third. January becomes 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Obviously, September is the last period. But October to December belong to this year. January to September belong to next year. That I know. But how does SAP know? It is with the help of year shift. Year shift is also called year displacement. With the help of year shift or year displacement, we are telling SAP that from this to this belong to this year, from this to this belong to next year. How? This year give 0. Next year give -1.
Zero is current year or -1 is next year?
Yeah, it should be plus
Yes,
1, isn't it?
0 is current, -1 is next year.
Plus 1, right? Lavanya, no?
No, it is -1.
It is not in the other way, right?
Yes.
Or it should be, or it should be.
+1 will be previous year. If I give +1, system will take 2019. If I give -1, system will take 2021. The next year.
Okay.
And 0 is the current, right?
0 is current. Okay. Now I see.
Here it is 2020 and 2021, right?
Yeah, of course. Current year means 2020. Next year means the next year, 2021. Okay. So this is how I define when it comes to non-calendar fiscal year. Okay. This is the one. Now, what if I give my fiscal year as a calendar year? Now, DO is my fiscal year variant. Okay. So I'm making this a calendar year. Suppose, I'm making this as a calendar year. Calendar year means following the calendar. Okay. Now I save it. I saved it. Now after creating this, after saving this, I need to go to periods folder, right? Now when I go to periods folder, what is system saying? Periods cannot be maintained for calendar dependent financial year variant. Okay. So the system is saying that I cannot define any periods. Why? Because this checkbox itself is saying that it is according to calendar. So why system has to define again? I need not go to periods folder. Okay, so calendar year means starting from January, ending in December.
And there is no need of defining that period?
No need of defining anything in the periods folder.
Okay, okay.
Now, one more concept related to shortened fiscal year also I need to tell you. So what I'll do is first I will be sharing some notes with you related to this shortened fiscal year. Okay, related to shortened fiscal year, I will be sharing some notes with you all. So anyways, as I said, once you get the server access, we can, take in full swing, okay, for 2 hours. So I would want to stop here. Any questions if you have?
Can you just go back to the transaction or that type which we defined?
OBA7, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, tell me.
Just let it open. Okay. Can you just, these are the transaction type, right? There is one more screen which is opening. Once we get that, we are defining that. I think the more details rather than this, I think. There is some more detail it will come, right?
If you go into the details.
Yeah. Next, I think next screen it will come when you. Yeah. Wait.
This one only, right?
Yeah. Can we finish this or?
I will be covering this. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
See, I'll tell you what. Reverse document type AB. Why this is AB? I will be telling you in reversal.
Yeah. Okay. So that is fine.
Exchange rate type. I will be telling in translation.
Okay.
Intercompany postings. I will be telling in APP topic in AP in intercompany transactions. In the respective topics, I will be telling this.
There is one thing just I want to ask. See, for example, assume that you are defining one transaction code wherein I want to use that one leg system will make an entry and another leg that system the user will enter. Is there any facility in this SAP?
I'm not getting your question, Santosh.
Assume that Santosh Jay Kumar here.
Okay, yeah, please tell me.
Assume that you are using one particular document type.
Okay.
Either maybe that SAP defined or user defined. Now I want to I will make one leg entry only. Either I will make a debit entry or a credit entry.
That means a special GL.
And the system will automatically pass that other side entry. Is there any option that is one thing? Second thing is that is there any option? Assume that in our normal transaction, GL transaction, assume that maybe there are a lot of fields which are already there. Those are already available in the system. Now assume that I just want to capture some more information with respect to that respective document type. For example, that I just want to capture some other information related to that document type, but which is not available in that transaction. So is there any something like a flex field or custom field which are available, or where we have to do the setup?
You mean to say you would want to add one field, a new field altogether?
1 or 2 or 10 or 20 or whatever it is as per the user requirement.
So that you can very much do in any customized transaction code. In standard, nobody will be able to do any changes, but in customized, yes, you can enter. I mean, you can have a new field.
I'm not getting customized. When you say customized, that we have to define new?
Yes, we will have to define our own.
Okay. In that time only that we will be able to...
yes, you can have a new fields in it.
Okay. Otherwise, we can't. Whatever it is there that's SAP defined, you cannot use any additional that flex field or custom field to capture some additional information, which is not possible. So then we have to use a custom document type, right?
Yes.
Okay. Lavanya, I think one of the things which, so in case GL entry is to be passed, which is say a journal entry has to be passed, they can always use the free text field to say what kind of or for what purpose they are passing that entry for, isn't it? That's something that's available in the GL document as a free text field.
Yeah. See, I'll tell you what. Here you have required during document entry, reference number, document header text. So if I click this document header text and I saved it. So I click the document header text as required in essay document type. So what happens is whenever I'm trying to post any essay document type, then the document header text field, some tick mark will come. That means it is a mandatory field. So in this you can enter what kind of document it is for what purpose you are entering.
Or else I can keep it as optional and satisfy Jaykumar's requirement by entering a free text in this field.
No.
Yeah, that way also. But system, while entering this, I might not remember every time, right? Saying that,
Santosh, that what I asked that is something different. See, in a document header text, we cannot capture that all the information which maybe we want to capture in a different field altogether, not in a single text.
Yeah, for that I think then different fields. Yeah.
Lavanya, that how we will identify that is a mandatory? You said a star mark or something.
Mandatory
field. How we will identify that?
All the tick mark fields are mandatory.
Tick mark is there. Okay. Here it was that you selected that document header text, right? Can you just move to reference? And no.
This one only?
Yeah, you already selected and saved it, right?
I did not
She hasn't saved.
Okay. Once it is saved, then it will become a tick mark.
Yes, you can either make this one or these two as required. Okay, and give the respective one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jaykumar, one thing, let me tell you. While making a posting, say you had asked me something about single journal entry. So let me make a posting like this. Okay, I'll just make a posting. So if you see, this is a single entry.
Correct.
Only a debit entry is there. There is no credit entry.
Correct.
Okay. So you're saying that on the credit side, system has to automatically
pass the entry, right?
Okay. That is your requirement, right?
That is at the time of saving.
At the time of saving.
Correct.
Okay. Let me find this out. Okay. I will answer you.
So why I am asking some of the things because that there are some of the features which are available in SAP in our ERP. And our ERP is also one of the competitor of that SAP, but it is not widely using like SAP or Oracle Cloud ERP. That's why that I'm just comparing that some of the features which are available or not available. So then if it is available, then it will be that can be used. That's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah. Okay, I'll find this out.
Okay.
Jaykumar. Okay, so any other questions, anyone?
Lavanya, can you once you find the answer to this question from Jaykumar, can you post it in the group? Because I will also be very keen to know that.
I will be telling the same in the session only.
Yeah, thank you.
So only this one, right? Any other?
No, this one and this question actually I'd like to know about it. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I would want to stop here and we shall meet in the next session at the same time.